Well, hi everybody. Pastor Kirk here on this gorgeous late summer day in August. I just stepped outside and it is so beautiful. All I want to do is go out and play. Kids are going back to school and activities are stepping up around our church campus also as folks bustle around getting ready for the fall programs to begin. This weekend our choir is on retreat. They're actually retreating here to church, getting ready for the fall, rehearsing new music, retuning their voices, after a long summer recess. Their first Sunday back in worship is August 28th. We're delighted also to have the services of Bev Solberg, a past colleague of John's when he was in Minnesota. As a voice clinician at the retreat, Bev is also an accomplished pianist, and she will be playing an offertory duet with Carol Newton-Hawk, our organist, at classic worship at 9 o'clock this Sunday. You don't want to miss that. Dueling keyboards. Think deliverance. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Deliverance is a great Bible theme. Hey, our biggest day of the week, I want to say something about Sunday school. Biggest day of the week is, of course, Sunday. And after worship, Sunday school is the most important thing happening here. How many of us can remember the impact of our own Sunday school experience? That's where most of us learn the Bible, the stories of the Bible for the very first time. And learning the Bible in our early years is as important to our spiritual formation as reading, writing, and arithmetic are to our intellectual formation. If you don't learn those three skills, you grow up mentally challenged. And the same is true. We'll grow up spiritually challenged if we don't learn the Bible in our early years. Nobody can do adult life well who hasn't learned those lessons. And unfortunately, nearly 2 generations of church folks are biblically illiterate. If you don't know the Bible, your kids and your grandkids aren't likely to know, read, or revere it either. And our worldview and our values are going to be shaped somewhere else. Romans 12:2. Don't let the world press you into its mold. Unless we're pressed into God's mold, the world's going to press us into his mold. And it's no wonder that many Christians today are morally confused. The world has stamped its agenda and values on us, and the Bible has become little more than a religious symbol or artifact, even for church people. Teaching the Bible to our kids is one of the most important responsibilities our church has, and we need a full cast of volunteer soul shapers to teach the Bible well. We're real excited about this year's new Sunday school curriculum. And it's Lifeway. It's called Lifeway. It's a creative, intelligent Bible teaching resource. Baptist Publishing House has produced it. No wonder it's big on the Bible. And this Sunday, our children's ministry department is introducing the curriculum and this year's whole Sunday school program to everyone who's volunteering to teach or help out. And that may be you, and you just realized it. You haven't formally volunteered yet, but you sense God. Listen, God is calling you to do that. Please plan to attend and to stay after church, after second service, and attend a training session this Sunday. Join the whole Sunday school team over at the Family Life Center right after SML, just around noon. Lunch is going to be provided, and if you have any questions, call Wendy in our children's ministry office or email her at wendy@fopc.org. In every class, we need teachers and helpers. You think, I can't teach, but you can help for sure. And what a great way to serve and refresh your knowledge and understanding of Scripture as you pass it on to our little ones. Wendy will be orienting everyone to our Sunday morning program, and then 2 of our experienced professional teachers are going to be explaining the curriculum and coaching our volunteers, how to manage a classroom, how to be encouraging and positive. And of course, parents are welcome. Parents are thinking, what are they going to be teaching my kids about the Bible, and how can I supplement that at home? You can come to this training as well. By the way, speaking of Sunday school Dr. Bob Quadro teaches our adults, and his Sunday morning Bible class is resuming in September. 2 classes, 7:45 and 11 o'clock. And this year he's going to be tackling Romans, Paul's greatest epistle and maybe the grandest defense and exposition of the Christian faith anywhere in the Holy Spirit inspired scriptures. And I urge you to attend Bob's class. Add that to your Sunday morning church habit and come enjoy the best Bible teacher in the greater Sacramento metropolitan area. All right? As you know, we've been preaching through a series, I'm looking around for some visual, I don't have it, called Living Beyond Myself. That's our August preaching series. And I can't remember when I was so excited or had such big expectations about a series as I do about this one. The basic idea is to teach the Jesus lifestyle of self-giving and serving. This is how Christians do life. You live beyond yourself. And an important dimension of this is finding a place in church to serve. And if FOPC is your church family, every one of us has chores, right? Just like a family. Have you found a regular place to serve on Sunday mornings or during the week? The reason why our church is beautiful, the reason why it is a thriving ministry center, the reason why it hums with life is because hundreds of people volunteer their time, energy, and gifts every week. Volunteering is just another word for discipleship. The church is God's most important project in the world. And as we give ourselves regularly in service to the church, we make an eternal impact on the world that fulfills God's purpose and fulfills us. Can't beat that. Okay, so living beyond myself, we are aiming at 100% participation. Everybody, yes, you, everybody will be challenged to volunteer for ministry. And on the last Sunday in August, worship will culminate with a pilgrimage from the sanctuary over to the Family Life Center where our Ministry Expo will be set up. Each ministry area of our church will have a booth, and you're going to be encouraged to seek out one or more areas to sign up and start serving. Okay? Several hundred people already have some regular serving responsibility. Ushering, hospitality, Sunday school. We want to challenge you veterans especially to try out some new way of serving, just to keep yourself fresh, and then give space to others who are just coming on board. We even have a feature called First Serve for folks who just want to test drive a ministry or serving opportunity. Try it out once, see how it fits your personality and gifting, like ushering, hospitality, being part of our volunteer scrub or fix-it team, helping out with Sunday school. And this Sunday there's going to be a list. In fact, if you go to my email blast, the written, you can click there and see the list of volunteer opportunities, and then just start thinking and praying, Lord, where do I fit? How could I serve? Hey, I want to say something. We mentioned back in July, our email blast in July, that we have scheduled some reduced hours for some of our part-time paid staff in youth and children's ministries. And these reductions are not going to go into effect until January 1st of next year. That's like 5 months away. That's plenty of time. We trust for people to make necessary life adjustments. I mean, we love these dedicated church workers who are affected by these reductions. Their family. Some of them will choose not to stay on as paid staff. But the announcement that we made in July, it has met with a pained and alarmed reaction by some of our parents and volunteers. Maybe they fear that the variety of our programs will suffer or the quality of our programs will suffer. And I just want to reassure them, you, nobody in leadership expects this to happen. That our programs, the variety or the quality, will suffer or be diminished. We have had glory seasons as a church when our children's and our youth programs were 2 and 3 times larger than they are now. And they were built largely on the strength of passionately dedicated volunteers and fewer paid staff. And we need to do that again. Our leadership believes it's time to shift from a staff-intensive ministry back to a volunteer-intensive ministry. And this is the primary reason for these reductions. Our success depends on you, church family, stepping up and volunteering and making ministry happen. This is the main reason for the reductions, but other reasons include, we had a near $100,000 shortfall at the end of our fiscal year in June, and we continue to have a church treasury that feels the effects of a prolonged recession. And so we need to right size our staffing levels in every ministry area. We once had 7 pastors at FOPC. Now we've got 2.5. We're losing a custodian this month. We're not replacing him. Our missions and our music departments have reduced their staff hours. We've been spending over $50,000 a year in childcare alone, including $1,200 a month to pay our teenagers on Sundays to babysit and assist in Sunday school. Some of them never make it into church. Is that a really good policy? We don't think so. Like everybody else in this economy, including you, our church is disciplining its expenses. And so let me say one more time, we're convinced we have the leadership, we have the vision, we have the volunteer talent in our church family so that none of our programs or program quality have to suffer. So if you know anybody who is troubled or anxious about these reductions, please reassure them and then invite them to volunteer. Okay, our session is reconvening in 2 weeks, actually next week, after a 2-month recess, our summer break. Session is what we call the governing board of our church, our 3 pastors, our 21 elders that you elect, and then they consult with our ministry directors, youth, children, music, missions, and so on. And they meet every month. Starting in August, we meet in the Family Life Center on the 4th Tuesday of each month. We used to meet on Wednesdays, but we're shifting because our all-church midweek program, Acts, is shifting from Tuesday to Wednesday. So session goes from Wednesday to Tuesday now. Starting in August, actually, next week. And you are always welcome to sit in and attend session meetings. If you're curious, you're concerned. We begin at 6 with an hour of prayer up in the chapel. Then we move down to the Family Life Center, and we start our business meeting at 7. And then most of us have a 9:30 bedtime, or at least that's when we fall asleep in our chairs, and so that's when we try to adjourn by 9 o'clock. Please be in prayer for our church leadership as we begin to shape the vision and strategy of our church in the coming 3 to 5 years. Our Free to Fly campaign ended so successfully in March. And now it's time to fly, time to take wing. And where are we going to go? Where does the Lord want to take us? How do we faithfully transmit our faith and the custody of our church and the mission of Jesus Christ to the next generation? That is a huge challenge, and that may be the most important task that we face as we face the future. So be in prayer as we shape that vision. By the way, we're very excited about our midweek all-church family night starting on Wednesday. I mentioned in September. First Wednesday is our missions potluck, but then starting the second Wednesday, one of our classes is going to be Christianity and Islam. It's a 3-week series that is taught by a guest professor, Dr. Charles Thiessen from William Jessup University. And, most of us know very little about Islam. That's a topic that with the 10th anniversary of 9/11 coming up next month, that is hugely significant. Not just spiritually significant, but politically, historically significant. We want to learn about this topic. We're also launching 2 children's choirs on Wednesday afternoons, just before our Wednesday all-church dinners. A cherub choir and a joy choir. John McDaniel, our music director, is going to be leading one of those, covering ages 3 through 5th grade from 4:30 to 5:45. Sign your kids up, sign your grandkids up, tell your neighbors about it. Music programs have been cut from many of our public schools. Here is a great service that our church is offering in their place. One more, by the way, our Acts dinner on Wednesday night, we're just shifting that back 15 minutes from 6 p.m. to 5:45, okay? Okay, that's all for now. Hugs to all of you. I love you, church. Or French kisses, as Tim taught us, returning from his European mission trip. Smooch. See you in church.